Sigurd Neubauer. He's a Gulf Affairs analyst and joins us live now from Washington, D.C. via Skype. Sigurd, let's talk first about Saad al-Jabri himself. He was one of Saudi Arabia's top intelligence officials. So how much of a threat would he pose to the Crown Prince, given al-Jabri's vast knowledge of the Saudi intelligence apparatus?
Well, al-Jabri is not the most senior Saudi official that has been arrested by Crown Prince Mohammed. Let's just remember that the king's brother, Prince Ahmed, had returned from voluntary exile in the UK after the Khashoggi killing, and he was promised that he would not be arrested for the condition for his return, and he has now been arrested. So the al-Jabri saga, if we may call it so, is just the latest example of senior members of both the Saudi establishment and of the royal family, going all the way up to the king's brother, who are now languishing in prisons, and that is really undermining the social contract, if you will, between the Saudi royal family and the people.
And reports that one of Saad al-Jabri's sons, Khalil, has hired a lobbying firm of a former Trump campaign advisor to lobby for emigration of foreign nationals for humanitarian reasons. What do you think, quickly, is the thinking behind this?
Well, I think that the tactical approach is obviously to draw as much attention as possible in the United States to these high-level individuals, including to Princess Basima, who is also a senior member of the Saudi royal family, who has also retained U.S. lobbyists close to President Trump. So the tactical approach is to draw as much attention as possible. I think the long game here is really tied to the upcoming U.S. presidential election. And in the event Joe Biden wins, I think that we can see a wholesale of releases of high-profile Saudi dissidents and members of the royal family. President Trump, as we know, he has personalized his relationship with Crown Prince Mohammed, and it is therefore unlikely that any sort of lobbying will really sway him in the immediate to long term. But these developments, unfortunately, are only adding to the already severely damaged reputation that Saudi Arabia has in the United States.
And Sigurd, the killing of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi by Saudi agents in Istanbul back in 2018, that's clearly raised the stakes for people like Saad al-Jabri, because it means that even though you're outside the kingdom, your safety is not guaranteed.
Yes, I mean, Jamal's case was so unique because, as we know, he was lured into the diplomatic facilities of the Saudi state, which was represented, of course, as we know it, at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Other Saudi nationals and dissidents, I think that they are in less danger operate if they don't enter into Saudi diplomatic facilities in the West, including in Canada. I think that Saudi Arabia does not have the capability nor the political will to assassinate dissidents abroad.
Sigurd, just a final thought from you. As you say, US President Donald Trump and his son-in-law Jared Kushner are extremely close to the Saudis and to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Do you think the Saudis are likely to get the US administration on side to help pressure the Canadians to send al-Jabri home?
No, I don't think the United States would do that. I think that, if anything, the United States has put its foot down just weeks ago when Saudi Arabia and Russia were engaged in a oil war, which severely hampered the U.S. energy industry, and President Trump put significant pressure on the Saudi leadership to bring that to an end, and President Trump succeeded in that regard. When it comes to applying pressure on the Canadian government to extradite Saudi dissidents to Saudi Arabia, I think that that's highly unlikely.
Sigurd Neubauer, thank you very much indeed for talking to us.
Thank you. Have a good night.